Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to LEGO Harry Potter years 1 through 4. Let's continue the story. I imagine there's one more level here. I said that last time and I was wrong, but I really do think this time there's only one more level. And then we'll end here too. So we're back in Hogwarts and they're expanding the length of time it takes us to finish a level by making us walk through the main hub area again. Which is fine because these levels are severely short. Let's fix this and make a platform for the kid to be saved. There we go. No student in peril saved. Yeah. Now we haven't learned a new spell in a long time, which seems a little weird. We'll just run through here. And where does this take us? He's, I believe, the defense against the dark arts teacher, and he's running away to protect himself. So they capture him and make him go to what I believe is a basilisk. So is that, yeah, it's called the Basilisk. That's what it is. I knew, well, I wasn't certain, but I'm not gonna say I knew. I thought that was the name of the character. And Harry Moni Myrtle is in love with me. So again, these kids are just completely out of control. They can just kidnap your teacher. What kind of world is this? What kind of policing system is it that a couple of kids could just kidnap them, like 10-year-old kids? And they're constantly putting themselves in danger. None of the danger that Harry Potter would have been in would have been as easily involved him if he wasn't always investigating things and around with Ron and Hermione. If they just stayed in their dorms and studied, it would be so much more difficult for these people that are targeting Harry, certainly, to actually do it. And Harry Potter effectively was in witness protection program up until he gets invited to go to Hogwarts. So if they had just left him in the Mogul's world, the Mundane's world, the non-magical world, and never taught him magic, then like nothing in the book series could have probably been accomplished. That being said, it may very well have turned out a lot worse at the end of the story if that was the case. And it certainly seems like Dumbledore could potentially foresee some of these scenarios and was intentionally training Harry to be this warrior that they needed. Alright. We'll release the rat here and see how far you can get. I don't think you can get far enough though. There we go, that was what was necessary. A two-part puzzle here that I could easily see players getting confused by. And so you kind of had to save that one in peril. Let's see. Now we bend the pipes again. And switch to Ron. Where's controlling skitters. And I don't think the pet rat actually shows up in the movie. Well, maybe they change it to something else. You know what's kind of interesting here is there's a new trailer that's just out for a movie called Mrs. Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, and I doubt it will become the next Harry Potter series, but it might. It's at least an attempt towards that, I would guess. Of course, they've tried that several times and it hasn't really worked. How many spells does this guy know? He knows them all. Oh, almost all of them. So now I'm building something off screen. Let's come over here so we can actually see it. All the pieces are coming together from really far away, which that's a bad implementation for a Lego game. The pieces should closer together. And it puts together this magical row of sinks, which I don't see a reason why you would ever make a row of sinks like this. It's gonna be a pain for plumbing issues. And he speaks parcel tongue to the thing, and then it magically separates into stairs. There's a very specific reason why all plumbing is on walls. It's because it makes it easier to hide things, hide the pipes, and if you're going to have to tear out the wall to work on the plumbing, you don't want to destroy an intricate column that was designed by some architect. So it looks like we've got a couple things going on here. Let's open that, let's open that, let's get that. We've got an octopus showing up, which, again, I don't think that was in the movie at all. That does definitely put me in a weird position because I've only watched most of the movies and not even all the movies. And I haven't read the books, so if they decide to add anything in the Lego games that aren't from the books, my default assumption is that they were actually in the books and it was simply cut out of the movies. But I could certainly be mistaken by that line of thinking. I just don't think really that Lego or TT Games would specifically bother to add too much elements. And when they do add elements, it's usually very cliched things we've already seen, like these skeletons. I'm sure there was no skeletons in this section of the book, or maybe there was, but they certainly weren't fishing and dancing around. So maybe I went wrong and there aren't sea monsters also. Then we're putting the skeleton together. Where did that go? It was really difficult to lock on to some of these things. Because there's too many objects that you can lock on next to each other instead of one large group of objects. We can see a lot of places here where the dog can dig, and there's a giant like snake skin right in the middle of this room. Snake skin, basilisk skin. And see, unless the character could turn into a animal, which I don't think you can you? You don't have like a werewolf ability or anything. In fact, I don't think any of the characters do. That's what I was supposed to do. Pull that down. Come over here. And the only reason you'd even think that that was what you're supposed to do is these tiny little purple interconnects of the snake. That doesn't... That's not enough indication, really. And so now there's a snake vault door in puzzle times. See, instead of trying to escape, the guy tries to attack them, which seems silly and inappropriate. Even if the kids are delinquents that just kidnapped you, attacking kids is not appropriate. Oh no, Tom Riddle is actually he who shall not be named. Now I think actually in the storyline of this, they had already kind of figured that out, and so it wasn't a reveal right now, but whatever. So you can jump in the water, but it's not a good idea. And it's kind of hard to tell the difference between where is water and where is ground. So I need to make a potion, it looks like. It'll take a powerful impact to break these rocks. Well, you're gonna... Now it just freezes me. Oh, actually that worked. Interesting. Alright, you got the parcel plan. So that parcel tone's one piece. Just stand here and wait for him to attack, I guess. Because it's a Lego game, you have infinite life, it's not like it really matters. Come on, pick up that piece. need to switch over to a different... Switch over to the invisible cloak just so I can pick up the item instead of cast a spell. And see, these don't make much sense. I can't target them. It looks like I could hit Y to like See, you can do this and hide in them. But what's the point? So, I think she's supposed to be a year behind the other characters. So but she seems to have, let's see, her abilities, she has one thing extra than what he would have had at that time. At least one spell extra, maybe two. And there's nothing we can do here. And see, Tom Riddle just appears and disappears. Must be this right here. And somehow I have taken out 2 of his health. Give me that piece that's right there. The button connections are really not well thought out. But there we go. So now I can drink this potion and become strong. So what's the deal with the sculpture in the background and the old face? That's strange because I don't think he shall not be named even ever looked like that. Now this in particular is the total just like out of nowhere solution to the problem. Dumbledore's Phoenix shows up, blinds the Basilisk, and brings the Sorting Hat, which has a magical sword in it, which I assume is supposed to be Excalibur. How do I get Tom Riddle to go away? Maybe I don't. Maybe I just invisible my way around him. Nope. That doesn't work. See, you can see the connection here between the water and the rest of it. Is a very poor transition there. Oh, so I was just supposed to hit the Basilisk a couple times first? That doesn't make the most amount of sense. Here we go. Assemble a telephone? What is this thing? It's a violin. So we're playing music to distract him. Actually, I think that's just extra free play stuff I'm doing. Yeah, that's an accordion. Well, we did that, whether we needed to do it or not. Now it seems like Tom Riddle has decided to stop blocking this area. So I can drag this down. There we go. And in the pipe I go like Mario. And out the other pipe. Now I just need to magic this. Out comes a magical sword. So the first year, the Philosopher's Stone. The second year, it is effectively Excalibur. I'm trying to hit it. Doing wrong. There we go. Right through and hit him. Just vaguely moving the sword in different directions. That snake, that basilisk just went in circles.
Huh?
So, as far as I understand the story, he who shall not be named put pieces of his soul in lots and lots of things, and this book was only one of them. And it was necessary to damage and destroy each of those things or to stop his current form from being immortal. It doesn't quite make the most amount of sense that you could take pieces of your soul, hide them in objects, and because now pieces of your soul are missing, you are stronger and immortal. It really doesn't make the most amount of sense. I guess it has something to do with, like, well, yeah, they could always kind of reincarnate him from it. But then even if that, you'd only be a copy from a portion of yourself, not the original. It almost implies that the original bad guy in this story was actually way more powerful. So now I know when I hit continue story here, it's going to wrap up year 2. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and we'll sit through the final scene, and then we'll skip the credits because we don't really need to do that. They're back to the jelly beans, same as the end of year 1. And this is the first time the game has shown us Dumbledore's office. And this is where Harry Potter tricks him to free Dobby, because the only way you can free a house elf is by their master giving them a piece of clothing. And so he puts a sock in the book, and then he just goes, "Ha, you freed me, you didn't know you were doing it." Now, I guess there was no Christmas scene particularly listed second year of the video game. Hermione's back to herself. She was out of the story for quite a while, which is kind of a shame. And there was really no reason for her to actually be out of the story. Maybe it was because they wanted the other two guys to have to figure something out without her outthinking them, because she's clearly depicted as the smartest person of that group. So no real reason to sit here and watch the animation. It seems like it's mostly just going to be on a black screen. Maybe after a few seconds they'll pop up a single picture, but not worth it. So we'll go ahead and skip that. We're at 16.3% done of the first 4 years, which is a decent start. The vast majority of all the collectibles that will be gotten once we have all the spells and the characters unlocked. Of course, it will be very strange since years 4 through 7 are their own separate game. Like, nothing I unlock here as far as extras or number of studs or number of gold bricks or number of medallions add up to anything. And see, we see here that there are 24 of the house crests. So that means there's only 24 actual levels in this entire game. There's 50 students in peril, 28 extras, 24 levels because of the true wizard measurement too, and 200 of the gold bricks. So if you're playing this like on the remastered version on the PS4 or the Xbox One, if it is coming to the Xbox One, I'm not sure, all that would be combined and you would have twice as much to do in one game, I would assume, unless they simply do a very lazy job of combining the two games and you have to exit out to a main menu to play the second set. We'll have to see when that comes out how that works. Anywho, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps out. If you want to support me further, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.